Hello, this is the LEGO Elves Queen Dragon's Rescue Set. To help you understand just how large Elandra, the Queen Dragon here, is, here's one of the earlier dragons to compare it to. I'll just bring that right up next to it. A tremendous difference in size. It even looks like it's using the same headpiece, which is what I expected from the pictures, but it's not. It's actually a much larger set of headpieces for both the top part and the jaw. So that really changes up the scale of it. And you can see also relative to the size of a figure, that's pretty substantial what they've done here. The wings are made of a transparent plastic, and it's just printed up pretty nicely. These wings are on ball joints, so you can flap them quite far up and way down as well. The arms and legs, the limbs are on joints, so you can move these forward and back. You've also got these ball joints down here for kind of the feet. At the ankles, gives a pretty good range of motion. You're not able to move the legs in and out though, so it's just forward and back. Same thing with the ones at the rear, and there are no kind of knee joints or elbow joints involved here, so it really is just straight forward and back. But the nice thing about being able to bring them back is that you can put it into more of a proper flying kind of pose. You can also bring the neck down, so you can actually make it look like it's swooping down. That's a really nice look. Reminds me of the what was it, Never-Ending Story? That was a movie that I really enjoyed as a young kid. But yeah, this is a really good look. You can close up the mouth there. You can open up the mouth. And this has pretty nice shaping in there with some teeth showing up. Nice printing on the side here. I like the gold. I always like LEGO's gold printing. And actually the neck itself is on a ball joint. So you're able to turn this side to side. You just have to look out for the horns kind of getting in the way a little bit. But you can maneuver that around. So you can get some nice expressiveness out of this. You can turn this way down. You can also bring this up like so. So it's kind of rearing up. Lots of liveliness to this. Also, it has kind of a saddle area where two figures can be flying around on this. Plus you can set something down there, some sort of accessory with all these exposed jumper studs. The tail is fully articulatable with lots and lots of ball joints, so you can completely curve that around. So that's pretty nicely done. The color scheme is interesting here with the medium blue, the trans light blue, the white. You've got yellow, and then you've got this orangish yellow color as well, kind of a school bus yellow color almost. Some medium azure in there, and also the gold. Lots of colors together, but they do kind of harmonize pretty well, better than I expected. This has some stickers on it as well, so this is all printed up here, but anything else pretty much that you see is a sticker that has been applied. So here, and also over here, got some stickers on the sides of kind of the saddle area. This, of course, is just all pre-printed, but it's pretty nicely done. And like I said, quite large. They packed a lot of stuff into this kind of castle or castle extension area with the shackle right here for holding on to Elandra, which uses a rubber piece. So you can just put that around her leg, and it's supposed to have a lock on it. So you need to find a key is one of the big things here. Now this is being protected by an evil fox character, and we'll take a closer look at that in a minute along with the mini dolls. But up here is a kind of a crossbow sort of element, and this is supposed to be able to shoot out fire. So there are some extra ones of these, little bright green round tile piece, and this can be rotated around in any direction, so you can really defend this castle tower right here really well. And this is nicely detailed with the really just creepy looking kind of foliage, you know, vines, trees with the barbs on them. That's a nice choice of those colors, and there's a lot of nice detailing in here, a lot of nice building. These are plastic pieces. You'll see a couple of these hanging around, and then down here below the crystal there is kind of a door, which is more of a gate. I think it's supposed to be like a magical wrought iron gate, and that's actually a sticker on a door piece. You can open that up, you can get in there, but in order to get there you have to cross across this lava fall. So this is lava that's coming across, so you have to imagine a whole river of lava coming through here. your entrance where you start your adventure is going to be over here. So I'm going to use Azari in this case, who's included in the set. Of course, we'll look at her more closely in a minute, but the idea is she has to come up from this side. There's some more creepy stuff around here. Crystals are nice, but some of this stuff is starting, you know, with the vines starting to look kind of evil, and that's an evil crystal there as well. She's going to come up here and have to use her fire magic power to create a way to get across this lava fall. Now, from the back, they have, you'll be able to see just a little bit of how it's made inside, but the idea here is that you, as a huge figure, a real person, would turn this crystal, and it causes these platforms to appear. And these would be stones. You know, you have to imagine that these are stones that Azari is using her firepower to pull up these stones, which would then cool once they're out of the lava to allow you to actually cross across this safely. So you would cross over down to here. Kind of gets a little bit crowded for showing it on camera, but put a figure down here. This now is the next crystal that you want to use. Pull that down, that lever, and it opens up the gate. And the gate allows you entrance down into the basement section of the castle. Looking at this from the back now, LEGO in their official description doesn't give any name for this small character here, this rodent. Looks like there's a piece of cheese down there, and it looks like this is a trapped animal who appears to be acting like a prisoner, is scratching off the number of days or maybe weeks or months that it has been held prisoner down there. So that's going to be an interesting thing. We'll have to wait and see how that actually ties into the story once the next episodes of the story come out. But while we're back here, I'll go ahead and show you the mechanism that I mentioned with the rotation right here. I thought that it was going to be geared at first, but when you actually build it, just a couple of linkages. It's very smooth, and that's what allows you to bring the little platforms in and out. There's also a vial over here, and again, I don't know the context of what the vial is going to be used for, what that's going to contain, but you can get access to that from the back, or if perhaps you're able to rescue the rodent, maybe it would be able to find a way through here, and it would be able to get in through this little crevice back here, and then actually retrieve that vial. That vial may be needed in order to subdue the kind of watcher and protector of this castle spire, that fox up there. Now, this is the area where this fox lives. So this is kind of its bedroom, and also where it holds on to a lot of stuff that it appears to have stolen or gotten as prizes for helping out with the evil witch. But you know, just a goblet and some gems and a whole sack of probably stolen or ill-gotten items there. You can't actually open that up, but the bed actually has a little bit of print on it, and that's just a really small bed because it's just for a fox, you know, who is small. The key thing here is that key. That key is supposed to be what you need in order to unlock the shackles to get the queen dragon to be free. And then finally, up from the back, here's just the back view of that upper area. And this is just some food right here, because, you know, fox got to eat too, even if it's evil. Another barrel, which in this case just has a couple extra little the tile pieces that can be used as ammunition for the shooter up there. So here are the two main characters up close, Azari and Emily Jones. I really like the cape pieces for each of these, because Azari has the nice cloth one with some cutouts in it to give it a little bit of design, and it's soft, you know, and it's very flowing. Emily Jones, on the other hand, has cutouts as well, but this is the harder, more papery type of material, the older type of material that LEGO has used before, but it has the glittery kind of gold flake applications on it, so it makes it really shiny from the back, and that's actually kind of a light aqua color. Now Azari here gets, for the first time, this hood piece. I believe it's the first hood piece that's been specifically designed to work with this type of figure. And they also give you an alternate, so if you don't want to have her hood up, you can imagine that you're bringing it down. You just have to take it off. Good print on the face there. They also include her normal hairpiece, which has the standard colors on it. It's mostly dark red, but it also has just a little bit of coloring on the back of it. I didn't see that little hair that got stuck there, but yeah, it's got the little bit of yellow kind of gradient applied to the back of it. And both of these are really good figures. Also, Zari right now is carrying this book, which is a nice looking thing from the front, and you can open it up. That's actually a printed tile there. That's not a sticker. That's very nice. And Emily Jones has the hourglass there, which is keeping track of the amount of time that you have to free the queen dragon to allow it to fly back to the younger dragons before they expire. You have to save them. So the Book of Dragons and the hourglass, both very good accessories. The figures have good prints on them and good clothing items, and it's really nice to get this hood piece as well, which is also kind of a rubbery piece. It has a hole on the top of it, and this is going to look really, really funny, but you can do this. You can put that hood piece on a regular minifigure. It probably looks better on a female figure with some kind of matching colors, but I just wanted to show that it could be done. Almost makes me look like an Ewok there. The animals up more closely. Well, on the right is the evil fox. By name it is Dusty. Doesn't look so evil, does it? I mean, the printing on it doesn't look mean. It does have some of the inscriptions that are from the witch, but I could easily see kind of turning this back to the good side. So maybe instead of defeating the fox, you're actually able to remove the evil enchantment, the curse that's been placed on it that puts it into the control of the witch. And wow, that's some really nice printing along the back, but that's kind of the way that I would want to see it. Again, we'll have to see what actually happens in the story, but of course you can always use your imagination. It's always highly advised. And then the small rodent here has some nice exclusive printing on the front that makes it look a little bit magical from a different world, different universe, but it's also very personable and believable and cute. Certainly the main reason to get this set is for Elandra, the Queen Dragon, and it is definitely worth it for Elandra, the Queen Dragon. I'm so glad that they scaled everything up so far. They could have made it just a little bit larger than the others, but they made it a lot larger. And it is very posable. It looks very, very lively with the way that you can pose the head and the neck and the tail and the wings. The legs I wish were a little bit more posable, but they're done well enough. The castle area is interesting, has a lot of stuff packed into it. It's very colorful, maybe a little bit too colorful, but that's certainly just a personal subjective thing. I think that the little features are built in very well, and certainly there are a lot of things that you can come up with story-wise to figure out what you want to do here. Independent of whatever becomes the official story, you can come up with your own, and they give you kind of the tools for that. So overall, I feel like it's a pretty successful set. I personally would have been perfectly happy with a smaller terrain and structure area to bring the cost down and just focus on the dragon itself, but I don't feel like they really padded up the size of this to make it cost more. I feel like they really did pack a lot of good value into that larger size kind of castle extension area. But that's it for my yapping around about this set. Now it is your turn to share what you think about the set, so leave a comment down below. I thank you in advance for your feedback, and I thank you for watching. Talk to you again soon.